Donna Brackett.
And here we go.
Paul Goodlow.
If you like that, I got more on the way.
And Dr. Greg Postel. Weekend mornings starting at 9 on Weekend Recharge.
Currently in our area, 74 degrees with a thunderstorm. A severe thunderstorm warning has been issued for our area. Today, scattered strong to severe thunderstorms. High 82, chance of rain 60%. Tonight, mostly clear, low 60, winds west at 10 to 20 miles per hour. Friday, partly cloudy, a stray shower or thunderstorm is possible, high 78. Here's our 7-day outlook.
No Weather Center Live rolling on here. Got Dr. Postel here, Alex Wallace as well. And Dr. Postel, as we look at the tropics, the Atlantic, approaching the peak of the season. We still have a lot of the season to go, but where we stand right now, the cruise ships, the vacationers,
love it.
Yeah.
I mean, right, the weather's great overall, and no tropical development is expected over the next probably week to 10 days across this region. The Gulf of Mexico, the Western Atlantic, the Caribbean, looking really good. Yeah, there's some cloud clusters here and there, but really none of these are candidates for development. And if you look out over the tropical Atlantic, I sort of plotted here on the satellite picture areas of spin. Because if you think about it, you think, well, okay, in order to get a tropical system, you need
A severe thunderstorm warning has been issued for our area.
We've got some spin, we've got a few thunderstorms, but there's one big thing that stands out that's keeping things quiet, and it is the dry and stable air aloft.
yeah, and that is hanging out there. Now, this is not unusual to find warm, dry air coming in. You see that every season. But it's a little different this year. It's kind of hanging on a little bit longer than what would be normal.
Exactly right. I mean, these bursts of warm and dry air, say at about 10,000 feet in altitude and above, have routinely infiltrated the tropical Atlantic this year, more so than typical. Now, every hurricane season we have these things out there, and oftentimes the Atlantic is just really hostile to tropical development. But this year more so than ever by quite a bit, and that may be why we've seen really not much able to manage its cross-Atlantic track. Any promising systems off of Africa have seemed to have fallen apart as they move toward the west. Very different story, though, on another side of the world in the West Pacific.
Yeah, this is where we're really seeing the activity. Got a couple of typhoons. One is a super typhoon, and this thing is really blasting its way on through, impacting parts of the southern Japan islands.
Let's have a look at some of these islands in the radar loop from Brian McNulty at the University of Miami at Rasmus at the Rosenstiel School. So you can see this, basically you'll see the core of the hurricane move through some of these islands and the eye wall right in there cross over or very close to some of those islands like that.
I'm sorry, did you see the jog? I mean, this thing was headed right for that island, and then it kind of took a little bit of a jog. Maybe that spared the
A severe thunderstorm warning has been issued for our area.
This is the equivalent of a very high-end Category 4 or Category 5 hurricane. Certainly some of these islands, even up here, had measured winds up to 97 miles per hour in gusts. That would be over here outside of the eye wall. And we know that these areas right in here that did get to experience those maximum winds, it was way above that, no doubt about that. But there are other parts of the world that are quiet other than the Atlantic. The Pacific is dead in terms of tropical activity. Let's keep it that way.
Yeah, I mean, I think the main question people would be thinking is, okay, active there now, will we see that maybe move over the next several days and weeks?
Do those active parts of the tropics roll around the globe? Yes, they do. Will that activity sort of spread over here? Will the favorability for development move into the Pacific and the Atlantic? Probably not for a while, not at least 6 to 10 days.
All right, thanks, Dr. Postel. Felicia, we'll send it over to you.
Thanks a lot, guys. And